as a crucial day for EU citizens as they have a say about how the bloc is run by voting in the latest pan-European parliamentary election. But in a number of countries, the ballot looks likely to go the way of those saying they want out of the club. Spain's Catalonia is certainly among them, and RT's Igor Piskunov reports on the separatist spirit there.
It's definitely not the first time we're hearing Catalonia wants independence from Madrid. A referendum was planned to be held on the 9th of November this year, but the idea was not supported by the Spanish parliament. Still, the organizers and the supporters of the referendum, they claim that there are other legal ways of trying to hold it anyway, despite threats coming from senior EU officials who say that if Catalonia did receive independence, then it would not be a member of the European Union. Nevertheless, from 75% to 80% of people living here in this part of Spain, they support the idea of holding this referendum. Now, to understand the situation here on the ground, we came to the School of Economics of the University of Barcelona and are joined by its dean, Elisenda Pellizi. I just want to understand really how much people support the idea of holding this referendum.
Opinion polls say that 80% of Catalan population support the idea of holding the referendum. Catalonia has a GDP per capita that is higher than the EU average. It is perfectly viable as an independent state. With a long history and its own language, Catalan. The Spaniards tried to annihilate, to suppress Catalan culture and Catalan language. The idea of a European Union that is expelling citizens just for the fact that they are exercising the universal right of self-determination, it's an idea that contradicts the whole idea of the principles that were the basis of the European Union. I think a democratic and mature society is one that is able also to decide borders by democracy, by democratic means.
Thank you very much for your time. This was the Dean of the School of Economics of the University of Barcelona shedding some light on the situation with the referendum on independence here.
Well, let's take a look at why exactly Catalans believe they are being intimidated by the EU's top dogs. Now, the Spanish Prime Minister bluntly declared the vote illegal, ignoring all arguments about the right for self-determination. Meanwhile, the President of the European Council made it very clear that the moment Catalonia gains independence, it will be kicked out of the bloc. This was also stressed by the EU Commission President, Manuel Barroso, as you can see there. Now, Catalonia is not alone in the battlefield for sovereignty. Another Spanish region, the Basque Country, is also seeking a referendum on independence, with more than half of the population willing to vote in favour. Italy's province of Veneto has already overwhelmingly voted to break away from Rome in a ballot stamped as illegal by the capital. And Scotland, of course, is on its way to decide whether or not to stay within the UK, with September's referendum currently supported by almost 40% of its citizens who are inclined to break free.